Certifiably, undeniably, stupid.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get this started. I want to welcome everybody to another episode of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. My name is Jayson, and my buddies with me today are...
Matty B.
Christian.
And Rheal.
So this one is coming to you straight over Discord because we thought we'd try and, actually do a little bit of social distancing instead of having people over and breaking the rules there. How's everybody? How everybody doing?
My sister gave me shit last week
Poppin', bro.
for
Just
doing
poppin'.
doing the podcast, like
Like going
in person.
One's house.
Going to Jason's.
It's less than 10 people or whatever our legal thing is.
I don't know. Everyone's just kind of uppity about it, which is fair. I had a guy come look at my furnace today because it was making some weird noises, and I shook his hand just out of habit, and I was like, "Fuck!" I have to go upstairs and wash my hands. Weird times, man.
Yeah. It's strange. I'm finding myself like eating like heavier and heavier meals. I find myself cooking with a lot more butter and like dairy and stuff like that, just because I don't fucking care how I look.
Sounds like a personal choice.
Oh man, quarantine's kind of fucking up my diet. It's a lot of beers and a lot of like fatty foods, and I know everyone's trying to like take time and work out and stuff like that, and I'm just picking out.
Yeah, me too. This morning I had waffles, but I made them from rice flour. I don't know if that makes it any better, but I had waffles, and then I indulged on my nuggets. And now I'm drinking a
Just
beer.
that
So
chicken and waffles,
great.
bro. Chicken and
I could've.
waffles.
Yeah, chicken and waffles, man.
McDonald's has that what is it? The chicken McGriddle now.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the McGriddle like pancake pat or buns or whatever, and there's a piece of fried chicken in the middle of it all.
Oh my goodness.
It almost
Speaking
looks
of shitty food. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
no, I was just gonna say it looks like a junior chicken with but breakfast form.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
It was just like, yeah,
It looked like a goddamn
It's
junior.
It's hard to do this because there's no
It's,
social cues. You know what I mean? But there's no,
I mean, if you guys had webcams, we'd be able to do this probably a little bit better.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm on my phone, so I guess I could use my camera.
Nah, fuck it. Nobody else, or yeah, the other two don't have webcams, so
No, that's fair.
we'll try something else.
What do you mean,
yeah.
Rheal got one for his OnlyFans site. What are you talking about?
That is
How much is your monthly subscription, Rheal, for all your subscribers?
To what?
Your OnlyFans
OnlyFans.
page?
Oh god, there's a joke here and I'm just not getting it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just,
We're no street.
you know what? Are you sure, guys? I don't. I'm not bringing a game right now. It's not starting up hot.
it's difficult.
That's fair.
Is
Yeah.
that like my Tinder streaming?
No.
No,
you can-
dude,
you
it's
can-
like
you can theoretically-
it's a site where
yeah.
people pay for like to see your nudes and stuff like that.
Oh, perfect.
Or watch you have
Yeah.
sex.
I guess I didn't know that one, but I guess you could do that too.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, 100%.
it's been sort of kicking up, building up some steam ever since these quarantines situations have been going on.
Can't have sex myself. Might as well watch somebody else do it.
I mean, there is such a thing called it's internet, so there is free porn. I don't know why people are paying specifically.
So I guess it's like the amateur section.
Either that, or they're just really thirsting on that one person.
First. I mean, I subscribe to Matt's, but that's just me.
I don't have one yet.
Yet.
Yeah. I'm still a working man, Rheal. I'm still a
Oh
working.
yeah, hitting that office.
Bro, I had to work today, and I have to work tomorrow.
Why?
Because I had two people calling sick yesterday for the whole weekend.
2 people.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Damn.
Sounds like a conspiracy.
I wish it was. It
What
would
do you have
feel
to do?
better. I just gotta go merchandise in the mornings. Do a couple stores.
Doesn't sound too bad.
No, it's not bad.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
Jason, what you wanted to talk about?
well, I mean, it kind of flows off of that OnlyFans thing. A lot of people are.
Really?
I mean, yeah. A lot of people are changing up the way that they're sort of creating content. You know, people are being stuck at home a lot, so they're turning to the internet, Netflix, and stuff like that to try and help them pass the day. And I've been seeing a trend of these TV shows, talk show hosts, radio show hosts, and stuff like that, sort of transitioning from like their traditional, live performances to stuff being done from their homes. And I found it interesting how that sort of media is adapting to the current climate. And I'm just thinking, what happens if this progresses further? Like would movies just have to find a way to try and film something, or like TV shows or something like that?
I don't know. It's one of those industries that's going to be affected really bad by this. Like I think I saw an article on some website about one of the. Did you see the show Daredevil and Punisher, like the Netflix Marvel movies?
Yeah.
Shows. The woman who plays the only woman, she's pretty much in there, the blonde girl.
Oh, I can't remember her name.
Karen, she played her name was Karen in the show.
Yeah.
I can't remember what her name is, but she's super concerned that she's never gonna find work again as an actress.
Yeah, because I feel like, especially with an actress or an actor, that a lot of the stuff that you do get is based on what you have had within like the last 6 months or so. Like if you do well on a certain show, it like really snowballs into other shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think that most people that are on shows to begin with don't really find work after. It's pretty hard for people that's transition from TV to movie. Or, you know what I mean? Like, for most people, like, when's the last time you saw Neil Patrick Harris besides Barney and How I Met Your Mother?
He does a lot of stage
I
productions.
guess.
Yeah, but he doesn't do the TV anymore, right?
It could also be a personal choice.
And then, like, the guy who's like Ted, like, I guess he's on Hunters, but that's pretty much it.
Ted?
Yeah, Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother.
Right. Did you finish that show? Hunters?
Hunters? No, I've got, I think, 4 episodes left. I've been
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
lots
somewhere
more
around there.
different stuff. Like, I was watching Supernatural again.
Yeah.
And, I've been watching, like, this show with Ashley on the MTV website called The Challenge. It's like
Okay.
a kind of a reality thing. It's pretty cool. They do competition against each other. It's kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a teen version of like Survivor, kind of, I guess, or Big Brother. But
Okay.
it's pretty good though. It's just like the challenges are actually pretty tough. It's pretty intense. Like,
It's on MTV's website?
Yeah, and you can watch like there's like 35 seasons, dude.
What?
What's the guy's name? There's a famous BMXer that's the host, TJ something.
I have no clue. I don't bike.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. And then at the end,
Good, eh?
like the last episode, there's like a finale. And the finale, the winner gets like 300 grand or something like that.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah. But the thing is, the cool thing about it is that they don't just have new contestants all the time. Like they have a lot of reoccurring people on.
So like
So
there,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
there theoretically could have been one person for all 35 seasons.
Yeah, but it's not like, so I think they probably do 2 to 3 seasons a year. Like, I
Oh.
think it's at least almost 2 because I think it started in like 2000.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty
Now,
cool.
like that's sort of like I would say like a reality show, right?
Yeah, it's more of a reality show for sure.
Can you imagine trying to film a reality show now?
Oh yeah, man. Everything's halted for sure.
Well,
Like-
those ones where they do it entirely within a house or something like that. I guess that's Big Brother. Or
Well, I think
if
Big
it's-
Brother, like they aren't they the ones that were on Big Brother Canada? Aren't they stuck in that house still? Oh, they shut down everything. I guess.
I don't know, but I'm just thinking like with that, or if you have a set that you work on specifically, as long as you test everyone going into it and everyone's careful on themselves, shouldn't it be okay to just continue doing it?
You would think so, but there's places like the WWE that are still doing like isolated like shows in front of no crowds.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, the state of Florida has deemed them as an essential service. So like wrestlers have to show up and you know do matches and promos in front of an empty crowd.
Like that part would suck, but if you test both wrestlers and you test all the support people before going into the show, it's like, okay, we know that everyone in this building is not positive. You should be good.
Yeah, but there's also the chance that even though they did test to not have it, they can still eventually get it.
But would it be from like doing that show, or would it just be from the rest of life?
Well, I mean, like I'm an avid wrestling fan. And you know, the WWE's sort of big pay-per-view for the year is WrestleMania. It's like the show of shows for them. And this year, they had to do it instead of at the stadium that the Buccaneers play at Tampa Bay. Instead of doing it in a giant stadium like that, they did it in the regular like performance center with in front of no crowds. So I think one of the big things was that one of the bigger wrestlers pulled out of it because his opponent apparently showed up and was showing flu-like symptoms. And because it was, you know, the one of the bigger shows, you know, WrestleMania is the big show of the year, he didn't want to miss it and kind of, you know, jeopardized the health and safety of a shit ton of people.
Just takes one idiot.
Yep.
So that's like the mindset of a lot of workplaces before this outbreak was, oh, I'm sick, but it's just a little cough and I gotta show up to work. I can't take a sick day and then infect the entire place.
Yeah, and I'm just like, because I know, you know, the sports in general have all been, you know, shut down. These late night talk show hosts now are sort of filming from their own living rooms, and it's been quite interesting to see them try and tell jokes with no audience around. Like they're fun.
Do this podcast.
Yeah. It's funny to see them sort of like tell jokes that are funny, but just like stare and pause at the camera for like a couple of seconds, just so that, like, you know, they hear a laugh track in the back of their heads or something like that, and then continue on. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I was watching. I can't remember who I was watching, but they're stand-up comedian, and they're talking about how weird it's going to be after this is done, and they go back to the stage and how rusty everyone's going to be. Because they're like, I haven't gone this long without doing a set since I started. You know?
Yeah. And
How
also,
crazy
you
that-
wouldn't have like a lot of material to work with. Everyone's been stuck at home.
Yeah.
It'll be weird for a lot of people afterwards.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of those, like even us doing shit like this, we pull stupid stories from, you know, what happened to us during the week, and like honestly, between work and you know coming straight home, there's not a lot happening to me.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening at all, dude. It's just pretty much coronavirus news. That's pretty much it.
I had a date with a girl.
Ooh, how'd that go?
Fucking
But-
rebels like Christian
but-
fucking break the rules.
But this is a but coming. We met up at a parking lot and we were 6 feet away.
You were such a loser, bro.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Fucking serious.
I know.
Like,
It's funny.
You actually did that?
fuck's sake.
I did do
That's
that.
hilarious.
Why would I lie about that?
Do you agree?
No, he's not lying. He's telling the truth.
I can't see anyone being like, hey, you want to do a date? Well, we can't meet up. Oh, let's just like hang out and chat.
Have you seen high school kids nowadays? That's all they do. They drive up and sit in the parking lot and sit in their cars and talk to each other.
So do you like roll down the window and then talk
Yeah.
via? Wow. How long did that last?
Hour and a half?
Holy shit.
Do you guys just like pull up like
You guys like
I
go
pulled
halfway
back.
through
I
the
went
window,
backwards.
give-
I reversed into the spot, and then she just went forward. So our two driver's sides were pointing facing each other.
okay,
Did you give her
now
a little smoochy after?
No, because that defeats the whole purpose.
Well, you gotta break the rules sometimes.
air kisses.
That was the time to do it, man. If you're already willing to like hang out on a date in a parking lot, you might as well kiss her.
No, but you can't get coronavirus from that.
I mean, like Christian, let me just help me visualize this. Were you guys like next, like the next stalls, like next parking?
Yeah. So the cars were.
Did your cars touch at least?
6. No.
I mean,
No.
Aw,
they
come
were-
on.
I mean, if the cars,
6,
yeah,
6.
if the cars touch, then they'd have to trade information. You know, someone's gonna be at fault here. They're gonna lose points on their license.
Just
How
a
do you
little
think
One
rub.
of us is gonna get a disease. But yeah, no, that's and then I was like, well, I'm gonna go now, and then I left. And I was like, it was
How did the
good.
date
It was
go?
like- I didn't have to spend any money, which was nice.
I mean, you spent some gas.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
if
but
she's,
gas, that's a
I mean,
tough cost.
it's a good sign if she's willing to hang out in the parking lot with you. So that's a good sign.
Yeah,
It's a good start.
yeah. Also, I was out skateboarding anyway, kind of by there. So, man, this is
You know what would
crazy.
have been
though.
way
So
cooler, dude?
I
If
go to the
it
skate.
was in the car and you were just on your skateboard. That'd be way cooler.
Would have been really.
Yeah, dude, you could have done some tricks in front of her. Really impressed her, you
She's
know?
like, yeah. So I would have skateboarded from my house to the other side of the city.
Fuck yeah, man.
She's like, "Where's your car?" I'm like, "Oh no, I skated here."
Oh, have you ever
Oh,
heard of
okay.
Tony Hawk? Oh, I told him
Okay.
everything he knows. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, crazy. I was skating at this one park, and usually I go to the satellite park, that's the smaller ones, and there's no one there ever. And all of a sudden, a car rolls up, and I kid you not, 7 kids, like 7 teenagers, hopped out of this one car.
I mean, teenagers are fucking stupid.
What?
Teenagers
Yeah,
are just
oh my-
fucking stupid. Yeah.
And then one of the kids like saw my car and tried to talk to me about it, and I'm like, dude, fuck off. He honestly tried to talk to me about my car. And I'm like, he said something to me, and I was like, are you a person talking to me right now? That's what I said to him. He's like, what? I'm like, are you serious? Like, what do you want, man? And then he kept telling me to do a trick, and I'm like, dude, how old are you? So it was gonna be like, what, are you 17 years old? And I'm like, I'm almost a 28-year-old man. Don't talk to me. 17-year-olds don't talk to random 28-year-old men.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so.
Now,
That's all I've fucking been doing.
yeah.
And then I have all of next week off of work.
Nice.
Well,
That's gonna be more boring, actually, though. Do you get paid for it, though?
I don't even know. I didn't ask.
Ask.
I probably will.
Hopefully you get paid.
Yeah, because I'm like on call technically if something happens. And
So wait, you were working up to this point?
yeah, like I mean, we're getting a cooler built. There's construction going on inside the cidery,
Oh.
so I can't be producing more than there's people like sawdust flying everywhere and shit. So I'm just off until it's done.
Okay.
Sweet, though.
Okay. Now, Christian, if you go on a second date with
Yeah.
this girl, is it going to be over like video call or something? You're gonna.
Are you guys gonna go bowling and be
I
like 4
actually-
lanes
I
over
have
from
that.
each other?
Oh my god, I have that house party app. Or was it house games?
Yeah, it's house party.
Yeah. So I played that like once with her, but I really don't like it. I think it's awkward.
It's shit. The games
conversation
suck,
gets-
man.
What
Games
what is
suck.
what is
Yeah.
this?
It's an app like where you can play games together, and like it's you video each other. It's like FaceTime, but you can have up to 8 people, and then you play games like party games. So they have something that's kind of like Cards Against Humanity. Then they have like a trivia one. The game's suck ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that'd be and you're kind of forcing yourself to like talk to each other. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So did you do that first before you went on the date with her? Or did you do that after?
Yeah, I did that once with her, and then I was like, oh, that was fun. And then I was like, I'm gonna go do something else now.
Yeah. I'm
But
just
it's weird,
gonna...
man. This whole dating thing is like super weird.
I mean, the only way to meet someone is
Because all you,
Keep going. Yep. Why?
yeah,
Why
no,
is
'cause
it
only
weird?
way. No, it's because all you can do is fucking text them, and then you run out of shit to talk about. You can't talk. You
Yeah.
can't hang out in person.
yeah, and the only
Yeah.
way to meet these women is through dating apps. I mean,
Well, and then the other thing is too that you have nothing really going on, so you have nothing really new to share. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Nothing current going on.
Yeah,
But I
like,
mean,
was
if it's
either,
not there
"Oh,
that day,
boy."
I would just not talk to them. You know. Like, but
That's true.
well, yeah. I mean, like,
No, but
just,
the thing is, they keep texting me.
I
And it's
know.
like, oh, I don't know. And then
Because they're
like,
fucking
oh,
bored
you
out of their
seem
mind
so
too, right?
distant.
Oh, they said that. They said that to you.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I feel like this conversation's forced. I'm like, I've literally asked you every single question I could possibly think of.
all right.
I'm like, yeah.
Well, is this person better in person? Or
Yeah, the conversation was better in person. So it's like, and then she was like, oh, should we like talk every other day? And I'm like, I'm not gonna.
make a schedule. Let's make a schedule.
Yeah, I'm not fond of that. It's whatever.
You know, like you text me on Tuesday, I'll text you Thursday. Saturday we can
Yeah.
text at the same time together. Works out perfect.
Yeah, it's almost like I just
Do
want
not,
to be left alone.
I
now.
repeat, do not post this on the Instagram saying, "Hey, check out the newest podcast" or whatever. They'll just hop on and listen to him. And like, this was such a lame date.
The thing you like-
Or who's
like,
that guy
I
that
wasn't-
keeps on
I-
shitting on
I
me?
wasn't talking about our date.
Yeah. Or who's that asshole who keeps on shitting on me? He's not a good friend.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a weird time, man.
Did you? How'd you meet this person?
Well, Bumble, obviously.
Oh, Bumble. Nice.
Yeah, I'm too good for Tinder.
Yeah. No, that's good though.
My
Are you on that?
really-
What's that other one? Hinge?
I tried that once or twice, and it's kind of shit.
What don't you like about it?
Okay, a dating app is only as good as the people on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if there's a person who's serious about like meeting up and hanging out and whatnot, then that's a good app. But mostly, it's just most of the people on there are just just something to try. Then they don't get back to you half the time.
If you're trying to find your soulmate, you don't go on those apps. You go on Plenty of Fish. Okay.
ChristianMingle.com.
I tried Plenty of Fish, and it was just so much spam. Unless you pay for it, and I was like, oh my god, I couldn't even delete my account, so I deleted the app. So I have an account out there somewhere.
Ah. What else?
POF.
What else is there? Yeah, Plenty of Fish. Match.com. I don't know if that's still up. OkCupid.
Yeah, but you gotta pay for that. I'm talking about ones you don't have to pay for.
For farmers only.
I'm not at that stage yet where I'm that desperate that I want to pay for a site.
Farmer's Almanac. Is that what you just said?
No, there's. I think there's like a for farmers only.
Oh, fuck. Are you a farmer? Yes. Are you sure you're a farmer? Yes. How many acres do you farm? No, you're not a real farmer.
How big is a garden?
Yeah.
Are there a lot of female farmers out there?
I think there's a good decent amount. I think they all work together, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Rheal's a farmer. He would know more about it.
Boy, I got acres.
You're a farmer?
Yeah, didn't you know? Me and Corn go way back.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to do a
What's
new
that?
trying to do green corn at the moment.
He's really good at
Like
farming crop.
friendly corn or the color?
No, the color green. I've been trying to mix them with soybeans.
It's an ear corn, but it's just full of peas.
I just go out to the field and paint them every once in a while.
Spray paint, you know.
Actually, my brother just sent me a picture out in Kelowna, and I think he's been off work the past 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. So he's been doing projects around the house. So he sent me a picture, and it's, hey, I'm building a garden in my backyard. And he's got a decent sized backyard. And it looked really nice and all that. I'm like, oh, cool, man, what are you planting? He's like, oh, you know, peas, like
I think that's it.
like your really typical stuff is like, say, peas, carrots, lettuce, cauliflower, weed.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
Actually?
definitely got weed for sure.
Oh yeah, he's a total stoner.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Your brother's a stoner.
yeah, since the way back days.
Oh, yeah.
But I love I just threw that in there.
People are taking, you know, this time of isolation to work on, you know, projects and stuff like that, and take up new hobbies and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here playing video games. I'm getting so sick of fucking video games. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I've been like,
Yep.
I don't want to do a project at all 'cause I'm not good at a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna continue to lay on the couch until I get sick of that, I guess.
I've gotten up to the point where I'm sick of naps. Like I just can't do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, are you done work?
No, I'm still working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
So at
still.
least that fills most of your day.
Yeah, but you know, being alone in the office, it's not a good thing. I get a little stir crazy just being isolated there. Sometimes. Oh, I mean, there's
You're
like,
alone there?
well, like in my sort of section of the office, kind of, yeah. There's still, I think, like maybe like 5 other people. I think people are starting to roll back, come back.
yeah.
So people are supposed to come back in, I guess, next week. But yeah, there's been a couple of times where I really thought I was alone and I would do just stupid shit. And
Yeah, you told us you farted and everyone heard it.
yeah, there was that. And I was singing Frozen by myself, like to myself in my office, like pretty darn loudly, and someone heard that.
Why'd you watch that movie? Why? What reason did you have to watch that movie?
Because
Why wouldn't you watch that movie? It's amazing.
at the
Did you
time
like it?
it was
Yeah,
okay.
it's a good one.
My niece really wanted to see it, so I took her to see it.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah.
You
It's a
didn't-
good movie.
I did watch the live action Beauty and the Beast today.
It's a good movie too.
That was pretty good. I liked it.
Yep. Gaston, man. Gaston.
Wasn't ripped enough for me. I was expecting someone like a little bigger.
With The Rock.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Luke Evans is pretty good. I thought he was pretty good. No, yeah, that one I liked Frozen though because I thought it was a good movie. I liked Olaf. He was hilarious.
That's the same guy in.
But
That's
now
LeFou,
that
yeah.
now that I've watched both like Tangled and Frozen, Tangled's the way better movie.
No, of course Tangle's the better
It's
movie.
yeah. I made a mistake saying Frozen was. That's my bad.
Well, everyone freaked out about Frozen. They're like, "Oh, this is the new revolution," or like, "Is that Pixar or who is that?"
No, it's just Disney.
No, it's still Disney. Yeah.
Just Disney. But they're like,
because Disney owns Pixar now.
I guess.
Yeah, but
it's like,
Pixar
this
didn't
is-
make it though.
All right, but
Really?
they're like, this is Disney going back to like, you know, Hercules and Aladdin, like the classics, the really good ones. And I was like, oh, I'm fucking stoked. So I saw Frozen and it was just generic.
The
You know what it
thing.
was, though? It's because they didn't have anything animated in a very long time. That's why it was like a huge gap in between.
Yeah, and I mean like the animation was good, obviously, but
Yeah, I think it's because like the last one was Tangled, and that was like 4 years. You know,
Did Brave come out before Tangled or?
I think Brave came out actually in 2012, and then I think that Frozen came out after. Actually, I think. So
Okay.
sorry, yeah, Brave did come. Brave was pretty decent. That was not a bad one either.
Is Frozen worth watching by yourself as an adult male?
As an adult male, if you're bored as hell, watch it. Go ahead, man. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend watching it. It's not a bad movie. It's definitely kiddish, but like it's not bad.
like I'm dredging the bottom of the barrel to find content to watch now.
The new Clone Wars episode was dope. So they're finally like
Oh
redeeming
my god,
themselves.
Matt! I was gonna text you about that. How dope was that episode?
So sick, bro.
As soon as that grenade or something was gonna kill Commander Cody, and then Obi-Wan comes out.
Whoa, spoilers, guys.
Well, he
I was
wouldn't have
like,
died anyway.
whatever. I was like, man, this is gonna be a dope episode.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Yeah, but they've connected everything now to episode 3, the start of episode 3.
Okay.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. It sucks. So that's what pisses me off is that it took that long to get to that episode. Like they could have just started there and had a bunch of banging episodes like that are just awesome, but they took way too long.
Because all the other ones now just seem like filler.
Yeah, they were all filler shit until that last episode. Like Jayson said though, like it's tough to figure out what to watch, man. This everyone's watching like one thing, you're like, oh, I'm getting bored of that. Then you go to another thing, you're like, oh, I'm getting bored of that too. It's just.
I mean, like I am like scouring like Netflix, Hulu, and all this other shit for something to watch. Like, I think I might cave into this all craze and watch Tiger King.
I tried watching an episode, dude. I really did. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it either. I don't
Okay.
know. All the
I mean-
one thing is, I thought it was funny when he said "fucking Carol Baskin." That was the really funny part. He's like, "Fucking Carol Baskin, fucking Carol Baskin, that bitch Carol Baskin."
I mean, if you guys don't like it, I'm pretty sure I probably won't. Yeah. Now, Ray, do you have anything you would want to recommend for people to watch in these downtimes?
Oh hell no, man! Everyone's got to find their own thing.
You just been watching a lot more anime.
I've got a laundry list of shit to watch, plus a couple video games to play. So I mean, everyone's complaining like, "Oh, I'm like you said, scrounging the depths." I'm like, "Fuck, man! I got a backlog. I got a list." And I still
I
fuck around
watched a
and watch
couple good
Dota.
animes actually.
Sorry?
Watched a couple good animes. Oh. The one that's only like 45 minutes long. It's on Netflix. It's called The Garden or something. The Garden.
Oh,
Garden.
Was it Violet Evergardens?
No.
what
Was
is
it the guy meets a girl in a rainy park?
Yeah.
That's a decent one.
I liked it.
I guess it was chill, but it was good.
I cried.
Buckets of tears.
I cried.
No, not even kidding. I fucking cried. I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful.
At the end there?
Yeah.
Has there ever been like a movie that you cried at?
Oh, I cried at the end of Beauty and the Beast today.
When they're all happy and dancing.
No, not that part. No, when she fucking thinks that he's dead. And it's
Okay.
just, I love you. And I was like, it just fucking hit me like a spear. I was like, oh my god, this is so sad.
Sorry, what movie
And,
again? I couldn't hear you.
Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, that's a sad part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, has there ever been a movie that you cried at?
There was one movie that I talked about on the podcast before. I can't remember. And no, you know what movie I do remember crying when I was a kid was I Am Sam. When they take away the daughter, I think, and he's like, man, and I'm like, oh no. I was really sad. I don't know if I cried, but I remember being really sad in that one. That was a sad one. I don't think I've ever really cried in a movie though.
Oh god, I cry all the time and shit. I watched, have you seen $1 Million Arm?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
cried
Yeah,
during
that's
that, or after that. At the end when they get drafted when it says they got drafted by Pittsburgh
That's pretty
Pirates,
sweet.
Yeah.
I fucking started crying. I was like, oh my god, it's so beautiful.
You know which one I almost did though too? Actually, I got pretty emotional, but I didn't cry. But Life of Pi, man, that was a good movie,
That was a really good movie.
and that was like really sad when you figure it all out. Because I never read the book, so you're like, holy shit, man, it's all connected like that. It was a sad
Yeah.
one. But I mean,
Rheal, have you seen, Jayson, have you seen, what is it, Your Name?
Yes.
No.
Oh, I fucking cried during that too.
That
I know a
one.
lot about it.
Yeah. That one was real good. Graveyard of Fireflies. That one I burst
What's
into. It's like a Studio Ghibli film about two boys who were orphaned during World War II, and them trying to survive. I think right after the atomic bombs dropped or something like that. And I mean, it's an old movie. It came out in, like, I think the late '80s or something like that. And like the sad part is that he goes through out this whole movie trying to keep him and his brother alive while essentially like everyone's starving and all this shit. And his little brother dies, and oh, it's just so heartbreaking.
Spoiler.
Yikes.
Like I said, the movie came out in like the late '80s, man.
Spoiler.
Yeah, that one made me burst into tears.
I do know a part, like in a video game. I didn't cry, but I got really pissed off because like I was playing Call of Duty Big Red 1 when I was 12, and there was this one character in it, and he was my favorite character, and he was so funny. I'm like, this guy's awesome. And every single mission, I thought he might die, but he made it. And we got to the last mission, and it said that in the log. I'm like, oh my god, last mission. And right at the end, there's a fucking airstrike, and he gets bombed, and he dies. So I was like, no! I was so fucking mad, dude. I was shooting the dead bodies on the floor. Like, fuck you! I can't believe you killed him.
I mean, I haven't seen that kind of legit rage since Connor and what was it? The Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, that was funny. I remember that.
Connor got some weird infatuation with one of the actresses, and in one of the Hunger Games, I think at the end there,
Katniss's sister, to put it into context.
Yeah, she gets like bombed.
Willow Shields is her name.
And like these are 3D movies, so like you had those plastic spectacles on, right? The moment she gets like blown up on screen, essentially, I hear a snap coming from next to me. Connor had taken off his 3D glasses, snapped them in half in just rage.
No way.
Yeah, and then
I remember that. I was right beside him. Yeah.
And then we were laughing our ass off, and then he goes and reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out another pair of 3D glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
And then someone starts snoring in the theater. That was hilarious.
That was another Hunger Games, but like that one, I just remember Connor just like we were just enjoying the movie, and all of a sudden you hear just a snap. You're like, what the fuck is that? And Connor just has the two pieces of the 3D glasses in his hands, like shaking in rage.
Yep, that was a good one. That was hilarious, man. That was a funny one. He even had a countdown in his phone. I won't say why, but it was funny.
I think we've gone through it over the podcast.
Probably. It's hilarious though. Ashley's obsessed with this song about Carol Baskins. Would you guys all like to hear it? I can go grab her.
No.
I mean, is she singing it or what?
Yeah, she's gonna.
Okay. I mean, if Ash is willing to sing it to us, I'm willing to listen.
She was singing it in front of, like, right beside me for the entire podcast, and now she's too shy to sing it. So.
Such a shame. Such a shame.
Yep.
The Indian people across from me are doing yoga in their living room, and I can see them.
Are they doing naked yoga?
No. But I don't know if you can see me, that I can see them, but I'm in my own home, sitting on my couch, so they can go fuck themselves.
Watch them do yoga while you crack a beer and have
Holy
big.
shit! There's like 6 of them in one room, and this is all these townhouses are the exact same layout, and they're not that big.
No, they're very small. 6
Holy
people.
shit, that's too many people.
Call the cops on them.
For what? No, it's all the same family.
I don't know if I could do yoga with my family.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Are you speaking from experience, Rheal?
I just know they did when we do family camping. Some of the girls would go and do some group yoga.
Is it like Japanese exercises in the morning? Like everyone just does a little stretch out to some jaunty tunes?
No.
Yeah,
this
do you
was-
guys like stretch out to make a man out of you?
Put on some old something. I got nothing.
Now, Matt, are you working out at home or like?
Negative Pro Miko. I'm just planting my ass on my chair and playing video games. I'm doing fuck.
Yeah, I've seen like videos of like
I go for walks though every day.
it's not too bad. A buddy of mine, he's got his whole like garage like suited out with like resistance bands everywhere, and he's trying to work out in his garage that way. And I thought that was a bit of an interesting sort of adaptation because he couldn't go to the gym anymore.
Yeah, that one's gonna be like one of the last services to open, I think, which kind of sucks.
So yeah, everyone's just gonna get fat and flabby.
Yep. You bet.
Yeah, so I'm trying to go skateboarding because, like, honestly, I tried running and it's just not. I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, unless there's like a purpose to it, it's kind of like eh. I mean,
Yeah, so I'd rather just like go do something else.
Yeah, no, biking is gonna be dope though. That'll be fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
that'd be nice once the weather gets better.
Almost
It's
there.
supposed to be nice tomorrow, I think.
Now, Ray, I know you don't exercise a whole heck of a lot, but would you recommend anything?
My lazy ass recommendation was I bought one of those just the bikes, exercise bikes, but mine was the relaxed position where you're like lean back.
Oh,
So it's a lot comfier. And at one point, when I just bought the Pokemon Sword and Shield, every time I'd play Pokemon, I'd jump on my bike. So I'd do about hour, maybe an hour and a half. Not hard biking, just a gentle bike. So that was a super easy way to do some sort of exercise while still doing what you want to do.
Cool. And then, like,
But then
being part of the community.
I think there's a lot to doing stuff on your own. Like if you don't want to be judged or you feel embarrassed or awkward or any sorts of that shit like that, where it's just I want to do this on my own. Because I saw that commercial where they had an exercise bike and then it's got this giant fucking screen on it and then it's supposed to connect you with other people on the bike, and you all like bike together and encourage each other and all that shit.
Oh yeah, what's that? So there's the P.
Wow.
So there's the P, but I can't remember. We gotta pay like a monthly membership for it.
Oh, probably if it's some sort of.
oh yeah, and like, don't you get like some sort of like specialized trainer that's supposed to help you or something like that, motivate you during those sessions or something?
Maybe. I just saw the commercial, and of course it's two extremely handsome and well-fit people.
Yeah. Why can't those advertisements be like true to their nature and just have like someone who's just overweight looking to slim down?
Mm-hmm.
You know who'd be a perfect model for that? Dan.
But I think it's more for things that people don't want to do to encourage them to do. It's like your toothbrush that plays music for you.
Are those
That's still a thing?
Yeah. There's toothbrushes that play music. There are toothbrushes that, like sort of
We
like
got a fax.
yeah. There's toothbrushes that like vibrate to tell you when to switch sides or when you're putting too much pressure on. Ooh, Matthew.
Matt is talking to aliens right now.
I am talking to aliens.
Fucking sending a message.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
Fucking nuts. Fuck Dan.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Dan.
So there's the toothbrushes that vibrate to tell you to switch sides and stuff like that to make sure that you're brushing your teeth properly.
Well, I have the one that has the timer on it, so it's like 30 seconds per quadrant.
Is that how it's supposed to be?
Well, it's 2 minutes for a full toothbrush, so then you just split in for 30 seconds each.
Okay.
I recently, or not recently, I guess I've had it a year now, the electric toothbrush.
I don't like electric.
I do want to get one of those. It seems like a good investment.
I do not like
The
them.
thing is, when you first get it, you really have to change the way you brush your teeth, because normally you're scrubbing back and forth real vigorously, and you're moving around a lot in your mouth. This one, it's like you just kind of hold it on a tooth for a couple seconds, move to the next tooth, hold it there for a couple seconds. Like it's
Is it that much of an effort to brush your teeth that you need an electric toothbrush?
No, it was just recommended because it's supposed to do a better job than manual ones. Is what my dentist told me. Maybe they just wanted a sale. Fuck if I know.
I'd say a regular toothbrush, some flossing, some mouthwash, you're good.
Oh,
Mouthwash is underrated. I do like mouthwash as well.
yeah,
Flossing is key though. Flossing is the
It's
key.
so hard to motivate to floss though.
Yeah, you gotta get those like
You gotta get those picks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I mean, it's so wasteful the amount of plastic that's on them. Like, you know, you just do a little bit here and there, and then you chuck them. But like, it's just so much better.
Yeah, was it the girl who was telling me to floss more? I think she was recommending those picks, and she's like, "Yeah, you know, you can do it after a meal or before bedtime or when you're out, like in the park or something." I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hang on."
My little brother just got one of those like water picks, and for some reason, yeah,
What's that?
it's like a
Pressure?
yeah. You fill it with water and it pressurizes it, and you can
That
use it
sounds
sort of
amazing.
like a pick. But stupid me,
Brenda.
that's Dan.
Oh.
Don't you worry about me.
Oh my god.
It's Danny boy. I came in real late.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, buddy, I'm big. My name's Brenda, and I have an opinion on this topic. I did not listen to.
Yeah. So like my brother got this water pick, and for some reason, because we've been talking about bidets so much the last couple of weeks, that was the first thing that popped in my mind.
It's like a bidet for your mouth.
Yeah.
For days. The old lineman. There was an old lineman who sorry. There's no lineman who played for the Giants, and the first thing he bought with his like first million, the first thing he bought was a bidet. That's the first thing he decided to buy was a bidet. He's like, it's so worth it, man. I save on toilet paper and everything.
Hey, we got more people joining us. We got Connor. We got Dan here now.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Throw it away. It's no good.
This is definitely
It's no good.
most entertaining, stupid podcast I've ever been a part of.
Now let's talk about a topic we're all interested in.
Or what do you want to talk about, Dan?
I want to talk about the opportunity of genetically engineering our children to make them superhuman.
Okay.
I've looked it up recently, and with the ability to modify DNA while the embryo is in its beginning stages, we can make them into anything. We can make them giants. We can make them small. We can make them very smart. We can make them anything. Isn't there implications that we are now beginning to play God?
Is this why we don't invite Dan to all of our podcasts?
What? I'm shaking it up a little bit.
All right. Dan, do you have anything you want to recommend for people to watch?
Actually, the one I really enjoyed is Upgrade. It's the one where the guy. Well, I'm not going to explain it, but essentially, it's a very, very well choreographed and acted movie. I really enjoyed it. Should I go into it, or do I ruin it for people?
I mean, explain it a little bit.
Okay, so the concept of it is that it's a guy who, through an unforeseen accident, becomes paralyzed and like quadriplegic, and so he can only move around with the assistance of like an electrical chair. And in the same tragic accident, he loses his wife, and then he tries to go out to look for the people that did it to him and his wife, because it wasn't him like crashing, it was him getting like ran over, like crashed by other people, and then they got out and then killed his wife, and then tried to kill him, or didn't kill him, but just shot him in the spine. So after that, he essentially goes to this one guy who's a proprietor of this new technology that essentially attaches itself to your nervous system, and it essentially like it can structurally support it, and also it acts as like a conduit, so it can move all your limbs and things that have been broken before. So it's just almost a sentient AI. Anyway, goes through the whole movie of him getting back out of his chair into the body of what is almost a cyborg man, and he just starts kicking ass, and it's very, very fun.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like RoboCop.
No. See, this is the thing. This is the difference. He's not a cop. He's a detective. And when he gets shot in the middle of the street 50 times by men at point blank, it makes sense. And then when they say they can rebuild him, it's not a ripoff. No, it's not the same movie. It's different. You don't understand. It's different. It also has that one guy from that '70s show. I can't remember his name, but it's different.
Quality.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I would say that one, or another one, which is a childhood favorite. It's We're Back. Now, this one is a great one because it shows what would happen if dinosaurs were taken from their scary forms to more intelligent and more child-friendly forms with rounded teeth and rounded claws. And it was entertaining because they put them in New York and they ate a lot of hot dogs.
All right. I got an actual recommendation for you.
Okay, Connor, what do you got?
I liked it on Discord. For the people that can't see, it's called The Nick. It's basically it's a drama set in the 1900s about medicine and surgery. It's like in New York in about like 1910 to 1920, or no, it's earlier than that. I think it's 1900 to 1910. It's before World War One, and it's basically like they're just starting surgery for the first time, and you just get to see like how corrupt like New York was with immigrants in like the 1900s, along with like the medicine aspect of the show. Like the main star is Clive Owen, and he just does a fantastic job. It's an absolute amazing show. You guys, if you haven't seen it, it's got like a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's only 2 seasons long. It just wasn't very popular. It didn't really blow up, but it's like the best show.
Okay.
I can't
Wait,
rate
what's
it
it
enough. The soundtrack alone is like totally worth it.
Wow.
The Nick.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
The Nick.
Is it on Netflix?
No, I think this was Showcase, I believe. I developed this one. But,
I gotta watch Chernobyl. I heard that's really
Chernobyl is like it's up there with the Nick too. Yeah, Chernobyl's fantastic. That was another good one.
Okay, Dan. Now you recommended We're Back. Are you really into those like those old school like '90s dinosaur shows like Land Before Time?
Hey, man, the first 5 are great. After that, they were shit.
Do you know there's a dinosaur movie with Paul Walker from the 90s where he turns into a dinosaur?
What?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but pretty much he dies. He dies in a car accident. And some crazy doctor saves his brain and puts it inside of an animatronic T-Rex.
Oh my god. Shit.
I hold. Give me a second. Let me. Do you want to know what the movie's called?
I don't know what it's called.
I looked up Paul Walker, a dinosaur movie on Google, and the movie is called Tammy and the T-Rex. Stars Denise Richards.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like that's like the most '90s. Like what's that Whoopi Goldberg one where she's like partnered with a dinosaur and she's like a cop or something like that?
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Like the '90s.
I don't remember what it's called.
The '90s were just like a weird time for dinosaurs, I guess, because Jurassic Park and everything like that also came out around that time.
Well, that's why those stupid dinosaur movies came out, because Jurassic Park was such a success. There was a market for it.
The greatest miniseries of all time is Band of Brothers. Changed my mind. It's the greatest. Everyone who hasn't seen it should see it.
I'm surprised Matt chose that over Star Wars.
Oh, Band of Brothers, man? Miniseries? Like, yeah, man. Band of Brothers is the best thing ever. It's so good.
Matt's been talking about
even the other one called the Pacific, like it's like when they're in Japan in World War II. That one's amazing too. But I think Band of Brothers is a little better. They literally did it like right after Saving Private Ryan, like filmed it all, and Tom Hanks like directs and produces it with Spielberg. It's really, really good. Yeah, it's a 10-episode miniseries, and it follows the events of like aerial assault troopers. So they're like airborne troopers. So they parachute down into combat. Shut up, Rheal. And then it just gets like all the huge operations in 1944, like from the Americans, and then they eventually, get to Switzerland, where, take over the Eagle's Nest and everything like that. So it's pretty cool. It's really
Okay,
Does
yeah.
the series come with a battle pass I could purchase?
No, it's free.
Oh, interesting.
You just have to have Crave.
All right. I think we're gonna call it quits there. We're gonna call it
You know
quits
what?
there. Yes.
I'm just gonna say shout out to us because there's nothing really going on.
Matt,
it's kind of hard
yeah.
to fucking make shit up, but we tried our best.
We're trying. It's different, and we honestly should probably be doing this over Discord a lot more instead of in person. In my basement. So I just want to say
Hey,
thank.
but I am the first time when we can all get back. We are doing like fucking drinking and wing challenges or something. Like we need to, because it's a
It's-
celebration of not having to be at home anymore.
All right, thank you so much for joining me, boys. Yeah, we'll just catch you on another episode. Talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.